The EU has proposed a freedom of movement deal to a future Labour government. The 27-nation bloc wants its under-30s to be able to move to the UK for up to 4 years, to work, travel or study. The deal offered would allow British citizens aged under 30 to do the same throughout the bloc. There are fears such a deal could see hundreds of thousands of young Europeans flocking to the UK to work as waiters, baristas and au pairs, or builders, truck drivers and students, competing with the locals for jobs. Maros Sefcovic, the EU's Brexit negotiator, said Brexit has hit young people particularly hard, and that he wants to take the first step to fix that, in a deal he calls realistic. It is thought the deal might appeal to Labour leader Keir Starmer, who has signalled he would like closer ties with the EU. It has emerged the Home Office has reached out to some EU countries about such a scheme, under Rishi Sunak's instruction. The UK has similar agreements with 10 non-EU countries, such as Australia, Canada and Japan, though the 4 years the EU proposes are particularly generous. The European Commission said it was making the offer because of the UK's outreach on an agreement to individual countries. But the bloc's offer has some sticking points. The EU wants its migrants treated the same in Britain as British citizens. It says Britain must waive visa fees, charge European students the same as British students, and allow free access to the NHS. It's unclear who would pay the cost of these measures. UK universities usually charge a much higher rate for foreign students than British ones, so any gap in revenue would need to be filled. The costs are unlikely to be recouped by young Brits moving to Europe, as there have always been more Europeans moving to the UK than Brits moving to the continent. Pro-EU groups in the UK have welcomed the proposal, calling on the government to enter negotiations. Naomi Smith of Best for Britain said, "Young people are being robbed by a failed Brexit and will continue to be until a free movement deal is agreed." A Labour spokesperson told The Telegraph, "Labour has no plans for a youth mobility scheme. We have already suggested some tangible ways that we would look to improve the relationship and deliver for British businesses and consumers, including seeking a vet agreement to tackle trade barriers, mutual recognition of professional qualifications, and improved touring opportunities for artists." A Labour government would seek to improve the UK's working relationship with the EU within our red lines. No return to the single market, customs union or free movement. Nicola Stunning, GB News.